Okay. The topic is non-Hodgkin lymphoma. साकिब,
यस मैम।
पीछे बैकग्राउंड में नॉइज है बहुत ज्यादा और मेरी अपनी आवाज ही आ रही है बार बार।
ओके मैं करता हूँ, आप कंटिन्यू करें।
हेलो,
आप कंटिन्यू करें, मैं करता हूँ मैडम।
अच्छा जी। The topic today is non-Hodgkin lymphoma, and this topic, because it's a long topic, cannot be covered in single lecture, so it would remain continue in my next class, which is of Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma is a comparatively very small topic, and it would not take more than 10-15 minutes. So I'll continue the remaining part of the non-Hodgkin lymphoma in my tomorrow's lecture. So coming directly towards the topic that we discussed an overview about the neoplastic proliferations of white cells tomorrow. So you already know about lymphoma, that these are the neoplastic proliferations of the white cells which are related to the lymphoid lineage. And what kind of process it is? It's a chronic or acute process. What kind of process it is? It's a chronic process, okay? Basically, acute processes are those in which there is immature cells, they are rising in the bone marrow or in the peripheral blood. But here, lymphomas, we'll be dealing with the mature lymphoid cells that might be coming in the blood or remain confined to their secondary lymphoid or the primary lymphoid organs. So lymphomas are a cancer of basically lymphatic system, lymphatic vessels, lymph nodes, groin, necks, wherever the lymph nodes or the lymphoid organs are present. So, okay, acute process has no mature cells, chronic process has mature and maturing cells. Good. So lymphomas, basically, these are mature neoplasms. This is a mature process. Now coming to this picture, which is showing you a hematopoietic stem cell, and it gives rise to the lymphoid progenitor and the myeloid progenitor. Okay, same picture as I have shown you in my previous class, that this myeloid progenitor will be giving rise to so many cells which are related to the myeloid lineage, that include red cells, platelet, monocyte, basophil, eosinophils. Here we are dealing with the lymphoid lineage. So this lymphoid progenitor will divide into common T cell precursor and a common B cell precursor. This progenitor B cell, or you can say progenitor T cell pass through a long processes, and then it is converted to T lymphocyte, and B progenitor will be converted to a B lymphocyte and subsequently to the plasma cell. So this, the maturation steps or the differentiation, not a morphological differentiation, but you can say a maturation processes involves so many steps you know already from immunology, that all the steps that B cells passes through to be converted to a mature antigen antibody producing and antigen specific plasma cells or memory B cell. Okay, so a long chain of processes is involved from this stage to the stage of the antibody producing plasma cells. Now, according to 2001 WHO, lymphomas are classified like B cell neoplasms and T cell and natural killer cell neoplasms. Then B cell and then Hodgkin lymphoma. Okay, so broader classification जो हम lymphomas की करते हैं वो है Hodgkin and non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Non-Hodgkin lymphomas को when we classify non-Hodgkin lymphomas, we divide them into B cell neoplasms and the T cell neoplasms. B cells में again we have precursor and mature, and T cells में we have precursor and mature. So this precursor, this thing is a little bit confusing, because Yesterday we were telling that mature processes, immature processes, the leukemias are those, acute leukemias are those in which we have a higher blast cell count. We have immature cells. Here we are saying that B cell neoplasm, because this is the difference between the classification. Okay, when we classify according to the FAB and the journal classification, we say that acute leukemias and acute processes are those in which we have immature cell. But WHO, they follow a different classification. They say that broadly they classify non-Hodgkin lymphomas into the B cell neoplasm and T cell neoplasm, and then they have a precursor category. अब ये जो precursor category है, this is an overlap. ठीक है, ये प्रिकर्सर कैटेगरी, इट्स एन ओवरलैप. अगर आप उसको जो है वो WHO क्लासिफिकेशन में कह रहे होंगे, फॉर एग्जांपल इज अ प्रीकर्सर बी सेल ल्यूकेमिया लिम्फोमा, बट जब आप उसको मॉर्फोलॉजी पे देखेंगे तो आप यू लेबल देम एज acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Okay, so this is the difference between the classification. कि B cell neoplasms की जो precursor category है, ये it's like acute leukemia. It's an immature process क्योंकि as the name shows, precursor. Here the precursor cells are involved, blast looking cells are involved. Blast is something that we say on morphology. Here you will come to know the details that precursor, they are calling it precursor because of the clonal differentiation markers or different markers that they express at different stages. We'll be going through all this. So you will have a rough idea about what this precursor and mature and what are the clonal differentiation markers and what is their significance in classifying lymphomas. So causes and risk factors, without going into the details, you already know वही oncogenes हैं, viruses हैं, family history कुछ familial होता है, human immunodeficiency virus, and that there are chemicals, there are chemotherapy, radiotherapy that can predispose a person to develop kind of lymphoma, and idiopathic as well. So on the basis of their behavior, when we divide lymphoma, on the basis of their behavior, जो clinical behavior है lymphoma biology, so we have aggressive non-Hodgkin lymphomas and we have indolent non-Hodgkin lymphomas. Aggressive are those short natural history, patient die within months if untreated. Okay, precursor is one of them क्योंकि acute leukemia में भी short history होगी. Okay, so aggressive non-Hodgkin lymphomas, they have short history, disease of rapid cellular proliferation, and potentially curable with chemotherapy, while indolent non-Hodgkin lymphomas are those which behave like chronic diseases, long natural history, slow cellular accumulation, and they are incurable. They have long history, but they are incurable. Symptoms. Okay, painful swelling of lymph nodes located in the neck, underarm, groin, unexplained fever, night sweats, constant fatigue, unexplained weight loss, and itchy skin. So journalized symptoms hai. Of course, every NHL, every non-Hodgkin lymphoma has their own symptoms, and depending on the area which they are involving, but these are journal symptoms that the patient would present to you with lymphadenopathy because it's a lymphoma. So of course lymph nodes are getting involved. Sometimes no visible lymphadenopathy because superficial nodes are not involved, and you get some lymphadenopathy on CT scan. For example, lymph nodes in the deeper area, they get involved. The patient will get fever, will get night sweats. These are the symptoms of lymphomas. Okay, then we have this. I'm just going through quickly with these clinical things because we'll be discussing the pathology that is involved in lymphoma classification. So I'm just quickly going through this Ann Arbor staging system. Same staging system we follow for Hodgkin lymphoma and non-Hodgkin lymphoma, that you just have to memorize this staging. Involvement in a single lymph node region or single extra lymphatic site to stage 1 hai. If two sites involved have both sides of the diaphragm, then it is a stage 2. If it is, stage 2 is involvement of 2 or more lymph node region on same side of the diaphragm, and if on both sides of the diaphragm, then it is stage 3, and distant metastasis, this is stage 4. Again, I am repeating. If there is involvement in a single lymph node area, say only, for example, only cervical chain is involved, only axillary lymph nodes are involved. This is stage 1. Both sides of sides of axilla are involved. This is stage 2, because of course 2 lymph node regions are involved, but they are on the same side of the diaphragm. This is stage 2. Then if you, for example, if you get some area in your below the diaphragm, for example, mesenteric lymph nodes, and then you have axillary lymph nodes, this involves 2 sides of the diaphragm. This is stage 3. And disseminated involvement, like you have involvement of the bone marrow or distant metastasis, this is stage 4. Okay, diagnosis में जो helpful diagnostic, okay, जी मोइस, X-rays, CT scans, MRI, biopsy, lymphangiogram biopsy, आपने जो it is a superficial lymph node, okay, and तो आप उसकी excision biopsy कर लेते हैं, देख लेते हैं what is the issue. But the diagnostic modalities we have like X-ray, CT scan, magnetic resonance imaging. Okay, I'll not discuss the treatment options, but directly coming to the B-cell lymphoma details, that how do we classify B-cell lymphomas, or what are the different B-cell lymphoma. Remember, we have 2 main classifications of lymphoma. We classify lymphoma. What happened after stage 3? After stage 3, if further spread of disease occur, it will lead to stage 4. Staging basically deals with the treatment option, and staging basically deals with the treatment options and prognosis of the disease. Of course, the disease will have a good prognosis in stage 1 and 2 and a bad prognosis in stage 3 and 4. It's journal idea. Okay. Now, so where were we? We divide the lymphomas into 2 categories, Hodgkin and non-Hodgkin. Okay. Then we divide the non-Hodgkin lymphomas into B cell and T cell. Then each B cell and T cell is further divided into precursor and mature. Okay. So coming to the B cell lymphomas, T cell lymphomas are not that important. We discuss in detail only B cell lymphomas. Okay, most of the time these are B cell lymphomas. Okay, these are the stages of B cell development. You know about them. This is stem cell, this is lymphoid progenitor, this is progenitor B cell, this is precursor B cell, and this is immature B cell. These are the stages. Okay, just for a quick revision, how B and T cell they get mature, where they arise. Yes, class. Only name the organs. Lymph nodes. But don't reply privately. Everyone should see the reply. B in the bone marrow, T cells in the thymus. Yes, very good. B cells, they mature in the bone marrow, and T cells, they mature in the thymus. Okay, not mature, not completely mature, but comparatively. Because you can see here, this is the bone marrow and this B cell is still immature. But the main stages of development of B cell, they occur in the bone marrow. And T cells, they mature in the... Okay, host has not allowed you. Saqib. Okay, I'll talk to them. Okay. So the immature B cell, the stage up to the immature B cell, it lies in the bone marrow. Here, what is going on, that the progenitor B cell is converted to the precursor B cell and the immature B cell. Why we are saying that the stage is a different stage now? What processes are taking place? Any idea? नो आइडिया, इम्यूनोलॉजी नहीं पढ़ी। वालेकुम अस्सलाम। साकिब, स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ना आपने वो ऑप्शन नहीं खोला हुआ कि रिप्लाई टू एवरीवन। ओके, बी सेल एजुकेशन, बी सेल की एजुकेशन, एजुकेशन में क्या हो रहा है? बेसिक बी सेल क्या तालीम हासिल कर रहा है? देखें, प्रोजेनाइटर बी सेल से अप टू द स्टेज ऑफ precursor, which antigens to destroy and which not to destroy, exposure and tolerance. Yes, these are the processes that take place at different stages, but at the level of the bone marrow only gene rearrangements हो रही हैं, genetic programming हो रही है, gene rearrangements हो रही हैं. Okay, different types of, because B cells or T cells, they have diversity to get combined or to recognize millions of antigens. They have diversity. To produce that diversity, they first rearrange their gene. DNA rearrange होता है उनका. ओके, तो प्रिकर्सर बी सेल से प्रोजेनाइटर बी सेल से जो प्रिकर्सर बी सेल की स्टेज है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कल वी हैव डिस्कस टुमारो एज वेल कि क्या होता है उसके अंदर. Recombinations, VDJ recombinations. In which chain first recombination occurs? Heavy chain or light chain? Because antibody has two parts, and heavy chains होती हैं, light chains होती हैं, and these heavy chain and light chains are distinct, or we can say the heavy chain and the light chain arrangement of one B cell is different from the other B cell because of the recombinations. So first of all, the recombination occurs in the heavy chain. Okay, first of all, the recombination occurs in the heavy chain from the progenitor cell to precursor B cell. When the heavy chain BDG recombination takes place, is converted into the precursor B cell. You can see there is no morphological difference. अच्छा, आपको जो है ना, for example, if you get to see this cell coming in the blood, you will identify it as, जल्दी you'll identify it as lymphocyte, नहीं, blast cell. Very good. You will identify, बेटा, everyone option is enable now. तो आप उसको, they have enabled the option of reply to everyone. Okay, so this I was telling you that you will identify morphologically, you will identify this cell as blast cell. ठीक है, इस सेल को कैसे नजर आएगा आपको? ब्लास्ट सेल. ये भी क्या नजर आएगा? ब्लास्ट सेल. So if you get to see any of these cells, you will identify them as blast cell because morphologically they are very same. Only जो genetic level पे changes हो रहे हैं, they cannot be appreciated on light microscopy. So they are same appearance. तो अब आपके पास आएंगे, if these cells you get to see on the microscope or in the peripheral blood of some patient, and for example 80% ये cells हैं, तो आप क्या कहेंगे? आप उसको कहेंगे immature B cell है, precursor B cell है, progenitor B cell है, या सिंपली ब्लास्ट सेल है? आप उसको कहेंगे सिंपली ब्लास्ट सेल. ओके, क्योंकि मॉर्फोलॉजी में तो ब्लास्ट सेल ही नजर आएगा. अब फर्दर उसकी जो आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ मार्कर एंड नोइंग द स्टेज, WHO ने एक और एडवांसमेंट की ना, तो उसने कहा कि प्रिकर्सर बी सेल अलग है, प्री बी सेल अलग है, मेचो बी सेल. So they are not classifying the B cells or these processes or the lymphomas on the basis of morphology. ये मैं आपको समझाना चाह रही थी कि WHO classification is not just based on morphology. This is some classification which is very advanced. It is using clonal differentiation, marker and genetic studies, even translocations, gene rearrangement, so many things to identify a cell. तो इमीडिएटली जो आप आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, देखिए मैंने यहाँ पे एरो भी बनाया हुआ है, दिस इज ALL. यहाँ तक की स्टेज पे आप उसको ALL कहते हैं, यहाँ तक की स्टेज पे आप उसको ALL कहते हैं. ठीक है, तो अगर आप उसको देखेंगे मॉर्फोलॉजिकली तो आप उसको एक्यूट लिम्फोसिटिक ल्यूकीमिया या एक्यूट ल्यूकीमिया कहते हैं, ठीक है। यू विल नॉट गो इनटू द डिटेल कि हाँ भाई ये प्रिकर्सर बी सेल न्यूप्लाज्म है, ये प्रो बी सेल न्यूप्लाज्म है, प्रो बी सेल, प्री बी सेल, इमेच्योर बी सेल, इस स्टेजेस पे आप नहीं जाएंगे। बट WHO is more advanced. They are classifying them in pre B, pro B, precursor B, and then they have different names for every stage. मैं अभी से बोन मैरो के अंदर वाली सेल्स की बात करी, okay? I'm just talking about the cells or the stages that are inside the bone marrow, okay? So अब यही precursor B cell, अगर मैं कहूँ ये precursor B cell neoplasm है, if I say that this is a precursor B cell neoplasm according to WHO, and if some of you say that no, this is ALL, are we talking about a different thing? No, we are talking about same thing. Morphologically, this is ALL, but more specifically, this is precursor B cell. Okay, so that's how the WHO has divided things. That they say that उन्होंने इसको लिम्फोमा की ही क्लासिफिकेशन में they have adjusted it. उन्होंने कहा इसको precursor B cell neoplasm कह दिया, ठीक है? Because they are least interested in morphology, I think, because that is very advanced classification actually. Okay, so these are the coming to the topic again. This is immature B cell. Okay, heavy chain gene rearrangement hui, this is precursor B cell. Then again light chain rearrangement ho gayi, light chain gene rearrangement ho gayi, this is immature B cell. So you can say that in immature B cell heavy chain bhi rearranged hai, heavy chain ki gene bhi rearranged hai, or light chain gene rearrangement has also taken place. This is an immature B cell. At this stage, when it has heavy chain gene rearranged, it has light chain gene rearranged, it will leave the and surface immunoglobulin expressed, it will be leaving the bone marrow. From bone marrow, it will be going to the these are the details of immunology basically, but okay. From here, this immature B cell is going to occupy the secondary lymphoid organ, most commonly lymph node. Now this is, I'll show you the stages in the next picture. This is a mature B cell, and roughly take an idea from this picture. This is a mature B cell. Now this mature B cell, which has surface immunoglobulin expressed and everything like antigenic identification, that will take place in the germinal center. What happen here? Germinal center में क्या होता है? किसको immunology याद है? This is, I think, third year, and immunology you study in your first year. Proliferation and maturation. No, बहुत की जो है ना वो इधर लाई करती है. Positive and negative selection could, some positive and negative selection also take place in the bone marrow. The B cell that fail to rearrange their heavy chain, that fail to rearrange their light chain, they are negatively selected, and they are removed from the bone marrow. They undergo apoptosis. Dendritic cell present antigen. Yes, exactly. Antigen presentation. Antigen presentation takes place in the germinal center. जो एक्सपोजर टू द एंटीजन है वो जर्मिनल सेंटर में होगा, ठीक है. एक तरीके से यू कैन सी कि दे आर गेटिंग प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द टेस्ट, एंड हियर दे विल बी एग्जामिन्ड if they are failed in test or they are passed in their test. Okay, so germinal center में antigen stimulation होगी B cells की. Okay, so in germinal center, if they pass all their stages, what are those stages? They have to react with the non-self antigen, and they don't have to react with the self antigen. These are the two stages that they have to pass. They have to react or they have to attack on non-self antigen, and they don't have to attack on their self antigen. If they passes these stages, these exams are clear, then they will be, they will be removed from the germinal center as memory B cell or the plasma cells, long-lived plasma cell. Okay. अब यहाँ पे you can see the arrows कि ये आपको दिखा रहे हैं कि if at this stage some neoplastic proliferation occurs, this will be broadly classified as ALL. Okay, regardless of देयर फर्दर डिवीजन। और अगर कोई WHO वाला बैठा होगा तो वो कहेगा प्रिकर्सर बी सेल नियोप्लाज्म, ठीक है। देन इफ एट दिस स्टेज और इवन एट दिस स्टेज, ये दो स्टेजेस आप देख लें, इमेच्योर एंड मेच्योर बी सेल, इन स्टेजेस से जो मेच्योर बी सेल है, इफ इट इज, क्योंकि बिकॉज इट लुक्स लाइक अ lymphocyte, it more look like a mature lymphocyte, this mature naive B cell, if neoplastic proliferation occur at this stage, this will be CLM. If the B cell acquire a neoplastic potential at the level of the germinal center, at a stage where it is in the germinal center, it can be, क्योंकि because germinal center में भी different stages हैं, एक टाइम दे हैव क्लास स्विचिंग है, हाइपर म्यूटेशन है, सो डिपेंडिंग ऑन दैट स्टेज के it was hyper mutated, it has undergone class switching or whatever. So these germinal center phenotype are 3 lymphomas in which we have germinal center phenotype, DLBCL, follicular lymphoma and Hodgkin lymphoma. अच्छा, हमारे पास we have supportive marker as well ना, we have supportive marker, क्लोनल डिफरेंशिएशन मार्कर्स, जो मैं बार बार बात करती हूँ, CD मार्कर्स। तो इसकी फिनोटाइप अलग आएगी CD मार्कर्स पे, इसकी अलग आएगी। जो DLBCL, थोड़े से DLBCL, मोस्टली फॉलिक्यूलर एंड हॉजकिन लिम्फोमास। ओके, सो ये अच्छा, हॉजकिन लिम्फोमा नहीं है ये, दिस इज बर्किट लिम्फोमा, हियर इट इज बर्किट लिम्फोमा। ओके, एंड जर्मिनल सेंटर जो रीड स्टर्नबर्ग सेल्स होते हैं वो भी यहाँ से हॉजकिन लिम्फोमा का जो आइडेंटिफाई किया इन्होंने बी सेल नियोप्लाज्म, उसको इन्होंने कहा मेच्योर प्रोसेस है, वो भी रीड स्टर्नबर्ग सेल यहीं पे मॉडिफाई होते हैं, लेकिन हम इसको नॉन हॉजकिन लिम्फोमा में यहाँ पर बर्किट लिम्फोमा आता है, ठीक है। इफ वी आर डीलिंग विद द नॉन हॉजकिन लिम्फोमा, ये अलग फिनोटाइप होती है, विच इज क्लोनल डिफरेंशिएशन मार्कर ऑफ CD5 नेगेटिव एंड CD10 पॉजिटिव। यहाँ पे क्या होता है, CD5 पॉजिटिव, CD10 नेगेटिव, एंड देन वी हैव दिस पोस्ट जर्मिनल सेंटर फिनोटाइप, जो पोस्ट यानी कि जर्मिनल सेंटर से जब सेल बाहर निकल जाएगा, जो पोस्ट जर्मिनल सेंटर फिनोटाइप होगी वो कैसी होगी, CD5 नेगेटिव, CD10 नेगेटिव, ठीक है। ये ब्रॉड क्लासिफिकेशन है। नाउ लुक एट दिस पिक्चर अगेन, ये उसी की थोड़ी मोर एक्सप्लेन पिक्चर है, दैट इज प्रोजेनाइटर बी सेल, दिस इज प्रिकर्सर बी सेल which has heavy chain rearranged, this red line is showing you that heavy chain rearrangement has occurred, and this is immature B cell in which light chain rearrangement has also taken place and surface immunoglobulin is expressed. If this process does not occur, for example any of these processes, for example light chain does not get rearranged or surface immunoglobulin is not expressed, this cell will die with the apoptotic by the process of apoptosis. So if the neoplasms arise at this stage, we call morphologically it is ALL, but WHO says these are precursor B cell neoplasms. यहाँ से जो भी neoplasm निकलेगा वो कौन सा neoplasm होगा, precursor B cell neoplasm, B lymphoblastic leukemia lymphoma. Okay. Otherwise energy occurs. Very good. Otherwise energy occurs. Okay, then here it is naive B cell. What happened after that? Antigen stimulation. Antigen stimulation hai, and then there are short-lived plasma cells, then the cell goes into the mental zone, and then in the germinal center, then there are many stages, centrocyte, centroblast, और वो सारे processes you already know कि जो इनकी negative selection होती है, जो इनकी positive selection होती है, जो ये double positive होते हैं, then double negative होते हैं, we won't go into the detail, but जो result होता है वो हमारे पास होता है long lived plasma cell और the memory B cells. तो जो सेल यहाँ से आएंगे, ये सारी जो phenotype होगी, ये कौन सी phenotype होगी, ये कहलाती है pre germinal center phenotype. यहाँ से जो भी न्यूप्लाज्म होगा, एक न्यूप्लाज्म नहीं निकलता, नॉट वन न्यूप्लास्टिक प्रोलिफरेशन अगर ईच एंड एवरी स्टेज, सोमैटिक हाइपरम्यूटेशन के बाद हो रही है अलग न्यूप्लाज्म है, सेंट्रोसाइट प्रोलिफरेट कर रहे हैं अलग चीज है, सेंट्रोब्लास्ट अलग चीज है, तो दिस इज द जर्मिनल सेंटर फिनोटाइप। इसमें से अगर इस मेंटल जोन के लेवल पे है तो मेंटल सेल लिम्फोमा, जर्मिनल सेंटर फिनोटाइप लिम्फोमास, एंड देन वी हैव this post germinal center phenotype. As I was telling you, Pre-germinal center neoplasms are two. Mental cell, क्योंकि mental cell zone is before germinal center. Okay, the cell goes into the mental cell first and then into the germinal center. Mental zone first, sorry, and then into the germinal center. So we have pre-germinal center phenotype कौन सी होगी? Which neoplasms are arising after bone marrow and before germinal center? This is CLL and mental cell. Which non-Hodgkin lymphomas are arising from the germinal center? As I told you, okay, non-Hodgkin lymphoma mein it was Burkitt lymphoma. I told you in the previous diagram while I was showing you that okay, in the non-Hodgkin lymphomas this is Burkitt lymphoma. तो germinal center से जो arise करते हैं वो follicular lymphoma, Burkitt lymphoma, DLBCL some, not all DLBCL. कुछ DLBCL जो है वो post germinal center phenotype के होते हैं, कुछ DLBCL germinal center phenotype, and then Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma, although not to be classified in the non-Hodgkin lymphoma, but they are just telling you कि Hodgkin lymphoma का जो Reed-Sternberg cell that we see in the Hodgkin lymphoma, that is also a germinal center B cell, modified germinal center B cell होता है वो. Then we have post-germinal center neoplasm, which is marginal zone lymphoma, lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma, CLL, SLL, DLBCL, and plasmacytoma. Okay. Plasmablast, a short-lived proliferating antibody secreting cell arising from B cell differentiation, generated early in an infection, but antibodies have a weaker affinity. Plasmablast can result from T cell independent activation of B cell or the X. I won't explain you anything about T cell independent activation or T cell dependent activation. This was all in your immunology. Okay. Plasma cell. Coming to the plasma cell, a long-lived. Why plasma cell is important? कौन सा जो non-Hodgkin lymphoma कह लें या which neoplasm which arises from the plasma cell neoplastic proliferation. If the plasma cells they acquire a neoplastic potential, which neoplasms you will be getting? No idea. Okay. A long-lived non-proliferating antibody secreting cell arising from the B cell differentiation, generated later in an infection, have antibodies with a higher affinity due to affinity maturation in the germinal center and produce more antibodies. We have seen all these things कि affinity maturation होती है germinal center में, they acquire potential to react with non-self antigen and they acquire potential to not to react with the self antigens. Plasma cells typically result from the germinal center reaction from T cell dependent activation of the B cells. Now memory B cells are a B cell subtype that are formed within the germinal center following primary infection. Their function is to circulate through the body and initiate a stronger, more rapid antibody response in case of reinfection, known as secondary antibody response. You already know that memory B cells, they are long-lived cells. They get activated upon reactivation with the similar virus. So ये एक चीज एक्सप्लेन की हमने. Germinal center sites within the secondary lymphoid organs where mature B cell proliferate, differentiate, and undergo somatic hypermutation and class switching. Okay. Then follicular B cells are a type of B cells that reside in primary and secondary lymphoid follicles of secondary lymphoid organs, including spleen and lymph node. Most common type of B cell, and when not circulating through the blood, is found mainly in the lymphoid follicles of the secondary lymphoid organ. Follicular cells कहाँ पर होते हैं? Lymphoid organs में. Okay. Marginal zone of spleen में जो cells हैं, they are marginal zone lymphocytes. So now coming directly to the different stages of B cell development and their association with the malignancy. So yeah, stem cell, all those stages or the precursor B cell or the immature B cell. जो stem cell था up to the level of the precursor B cell. यहाँ तक हमने डिस्कस किया था कि विद इन द बोन मैरो होता है. ठीक है. तो morphology पे it would look like a blast, but WHO has classified them if on the basis of marker, because they are able to know the level that if at this stage only heavy chain gene is rearranged or the light chain rearrangement has occurred, because at every stage they express different markers. Okay, so this stage is acute lymphocytic leukemia, ALL, lymphoblastic lymphoma leukemia. This is again precursor B lymphoblastic leukemia lymphoma. This is also ALL. This will also be identified as ALL. Okay. Now this is very interesting. Immature B cell, the last stage in the bone marrow, after which the cell has to leave the bone marrow. This is an immature B cell, but this is very interesting that these immature B cells, small non-cleaved cell lymphomas, Burkitt's and non-Burkitt's possibility. Burkitt lymphoma is another, a disputed matter. WHO has classified it as a mature process, that they say that it is after the germinal center, because it is a germinal center phenotype. But sometimes these immature B cells, they have the morphology. They are classified on the on light microscopy as ALL, but on the basis of marker, they came to know that these are also the mature cells, somewhat mature cells, and then this is classified as Burkitt lymphoma. Then B cell after antigen exposure. This is, you don't have to remember all these details, that simply remember that if it is within the bone marrow, if the process is arising from the bone marrow, it is immature process. After bone marrow, after leaving from the bone marrow, it can be pre-germinal center, it can be post-germinal center, it can be germinal center. If it is pre-germinal center, it is CLL or mantle cell. If it is germinal center phenotype, it can be follicular, it can be Burkitt lymphoma, and if it is post-germinal center, it can be myeloma, plasma cell myeloma, and so many stages that B cells if acquire neoplastic potential after passing through the germinal center. Again, ये पूरी इसकी क्लासिफिकेशन है. प्रिकर्सर बी सेल एक्यूट लिम्फोब्लास्टिक ल्यूकीमिया लिम्फोमा, ये सारा ALL में आ रहा है. ठीक है, ब्रैकेट में दिया हुआ है ALL. पेरिफेरल बी सेल न्यूप्लाज्म्स में सारे हैं, CLL, BPLL, lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma, splenic and nodal marginal zone. This long list of lymphomas that take place at each stage of the lymphocyte. Okay, so I think the lecture time is over. अच्छा, अब ये बता दें, नेक्स्ट आई विल कंटिन्यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास आफ्टर दिस क्लासिफिकेशन. अब ये बता दें, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन अप टिल नाउ, यू कैन आस्क मी, यू कैन मेल मी, आई विल आंसर इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. और let me know if it is clear to you, the things that I have told you about the basic developmental stages of the B lymphocyte and their correlation or their attachment or their association with the B cell neoplasms that are arising at different stages. Then we'll be discussing the, I think we have 10 minutes more. We can discuss. Okay, I have 10 minutes more, then I'll be heading forward. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia lymphoma. Okay, ये already discuss हो चुका है. This is ALL. This will be arising from the bone marrow. Most common type of cancer in children may be derived from either precursor B or T cell. Highly aggressive tumor manifests with signs and symptoms of bone marrow failure or as rapidly growing masses. Tumor cells contain genetic lesions that block differentiation. It is nothing new. This is general neoplasia. that if the blast cells or the immature cells that acquire neoplastic potentials block differentiation, leading to the accumulation of immature non-functional blast in the bone marrow, they will be suppressing the normal hematopoiesis in the bone marrow, and there will be so many rapidly proliferating blast cells or the precursor B cells in the bone marrow, and they classify as acute lymphoblastic leukemia lymphoma. Now coming to the small lymphocytic leukemia lymphoma, CLL. CLL क्या है? Most common leukemia of adults. हमने कल CLL पढ़ा था इसको, ठीक है. Chronic leukemia है. Why we are calling leukemia? इन्होंने देखे, they have mentioned small lymphocytic lymphoma and chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Why they are calling it leukemia and why they are confused between lymphoma and leukemia? Because I have already explained you the difference between lymphoma and leukemia. That if it is confined to the lymph node, it is lymphoma. If it is confined to the lymph node, it is lymphoma. And if it is, the neoplastic cells are proliferating in the blood, this is leukemia. So they are calling, no, it is not the difference of benign and malignant. Remember, lymphomas are a malignant process. Lymphomas are a malignant process. There is no okay. So the tumor of mature B cell that usually manifest with bone marrow and lymph node involvement. Indolent course होगा, commonly associated with immune abnormalities including an increased susceptibility to infection and autoimmune disorders. Okay, so chronic leukemia है तो जाहिर है कि slow gradual onset होगा, indolent course होगा, difficult to cure होते हैं, but not very, patient, they live for longer years, 6 to 8 years आराम से, and they have not short duration of disease. These are the chronic diseases that are difficult to cure although, but the patients have a long lifespan. Then we have mantle cell lymphoma. अच्छा, अब इनको एक बड़ी important चीज है कि the thing that I want you to know that you can sometime on the basis of morphology you can differentiate between acute and mature process. Like blast cells will be proliferating, तो आप कह देंगे कि इसको ALL है. Okay, so then further classification पे you will come to know that precursor है, pre-B है, whatever. Okay, then there are mature lymphocytes, CLL है. But how would you identify? Because mantle cell lymphoma hai, sometimes its cells also start circulating in blood. That I told you in my previous class that this is leukemic phase of lymphoma. सही है, क्या होता है वो? Leukemic phase of lymphoma. This is leukemic phase of lymphoma. Okay, so how will you identify the different cells that are circulating in the blood, which kind of lymphoma it is? On the basis of their markers. I have already told you several times, not on the basis of morphology, on the basis of the marker. Again, mantle cell lymphoma is also a tumor of naive B cell that pursues a moderately aggressive course and is highly associated with translocation involving the cyclin D1 gene. Okay, so this because of this WHO classification, because they are very diverse and they are able to identify the cells on the basis of or we can say they are able to identify the cell stage on the basis of the clonal differentiation marker, because these cells express different markers at different stages. So if they start expressing a particular marker, we came to know that probably this is pre-germinal center or this is this stage of the cell. Okay, then CD5 positive pregerminal center B cell within the mental zone that surrounds normal germinal center of follicle. तो pregerminal center phenotype कैसी थी? I told you that CD5 positive, CD10 negative. Okay, mental cells generally overexpress cyclin D1 due to translocation 11-14. These translocations are very important because we are going through the topic of the lymphomas, although I believe that you'll forget after some years and it would not be applied very much in your clinics because this is a different specialty, oncology or hem-oncology. But as we are, going through this topic of the lymphoma, so this is the important thing that you should know, at least at this stage. Okay, mental cells generally overexpress cyclin D1 due to translocation of 11-14. So if you get a question in your exam that so and so morphology, these morphology appearing cells, morphologically this appearing cells are circulating in the blood, and you order the markers, and then you came out with the result that these are CD5 positive, CD10 negative, and they have overexpressed cyclin D1 gene. What translocation you are expecting? So you will say the translocation 11-14. You should remember the translocations of the lymphomas. Why it is important? Because this is the main differentiating features between these are the main differentiating features between the lymphomas. Okay, each lymphoma has their specific translocation. Okay, it is usually IHC. This is written ISC. This is immunohistochemistry. This is a process in the histopathology lab that if you send a histopathologist a lymph node biopsy, okay, they will see that yes, these are the lymphocytes which are proliferating. These are mature appearing lymphocytes which are proliferating, but they would not know on the basis of morphology just by looking at those cells that what kind of cell these are. So they would order a immunohistochemistry panel. एक पूरा panel order करेंगे. CD5 लगवाएंगे, 10 लगवाएंगे, 20, 23 and different other markers that they, with the help of which they will be able to know what type of lymphoma it is, because histopathologist has to give a definitive report what type of lymphoma it is. So on the basis of this immunohistochemistry panel, why it is important for you to know? Because sometimes just in less developed labs which have only the facility of H&E staining and they do not have immunohistochemistry panel, clinicians can force, although people are now very much aware of these pathological diagnostic processes, but even then they force what kind of lymphoma it is. You just say the probability of lymphoma and we cannot identify, and it is not helpful. So you have to send the biopsy to some lab. If you are working for a patient of lymphoma, you have to send the biopsy to a lab where immunohistochemistry panel is available, because without this immunohistochemistry panel, just on the basis of H&E, no histopathologist would ever be able to identify what typical type of lymphoma it is. Okay, and the treatment is different for different lymphomas. Okay, then immunohistochemistry, it is usually CD5 positive, CD10 negative, CD20 positive, 23 negative. Generally cyclin D1 is expressed, but it may not be required. Okay, इतना पैनल ही काफी हो जाता है. CD5 पॉजिटिव आते हैं, 10 नेगेटिव आते हैं और 23 नेगेटिव आता है. इतना पैनल ही काफी हो जाता है. अच्छा, CD20 किसका मार्कर है? इट इज वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, यू शुड नो. CD20 किसका मार्कर है? 20 पॉजिटिव से क्या पता चलता है? मोड नहीं है, बी पता चलता है, लीनिएज पता चलती है. बी, टी की लीनिएज क्या होती है? नहीं पता. टी की लीनिएज होती है CD3. ये सब आपकी इम्यूनोलॉजी में दिया हुआ था. Okay, Burkitt lymphoma, very aggressive tumor of mature B cells that usually arises at extranodal site. Stronger Burkitt lymphoma की पूरी एक अलग से morphology है कि starry sky appearance होगी histopathology पे, वो सब these things are very detailed, but overall Burkitt lymphoma is very aggressive tumor of mature B cell that is usually associated with EBV infection. Okay, and there is translocation involving MYC protoncogen. Burkitt lymphoma की अलग ट्रांसलोकेशंस हैं, and if I fail to mention on these slides, these are the translocations that involve typically heavy chain gene. Heavy chain gene कहाँ पर होती है, किसी को याद है? बड़ी हैवी होती है और एक बड़े क्रोमोसोम नंबर पर होती है, 14 पर, सही है। तो बर्किट लिम्फोमा की जो ट्रांसलोकेशंस होती हैं वो 28, 214 और 822। ओके, फॉलिकुलर लिम्फोमा, मोस्ट कॉमन इंडोलेंट लिम्फोमा ऑफ अडल्ट्स, ट्यूमर सेल्स। अगेन जो इंपॉर्टेंट है वो इसकी ट्रांसलोकेशन है, क्योंकि जो सेल्स होंगे दे वुड अपीयर वेरी मच सिमिलर इन द ब्लड or in the lymph node on the basis of morphology, although there are features that help to differentiate, but you cannot be very sure. Like in cases of leukemia, I said that you will be able to identify blasts. There are some morphological features to differentiate between the myeloid and the lymphoid blast. Even then, you cannot be very, very sure that yes, this is the myeloid blast without the help of certain stains. So here, this is the follicular lymphoma has a very specific translocation, which is translocation 1418. In case of mantle cell lymphoma, what it was 1114. In case of follicular lymphoma, it is 1418. Diffuse large B cell lymphoma, again a different morphology. Most common lymphoma of adults, हेट्रोजेनस ग्रुप ऑफ मेच्योर बी सेल, क्योंकि डीएल बी सेल में हमने कहा था जर्मिनल सेंटर फिनोटाइप भी होती है, पोस्ट जर्मिनल फिनोटाइप भी होती है। 1/3 दे कैरी अ 1418 ट्रांसलोकेशन and they may arise from follicular lymphoma. Lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma is very interesting. इसमें just as the name indicates, lymphoma cells have some plasmacytic differentiation. They look like plasma cells. They start looking like the plasma cells, although not exactly plasma cells, because plasma cells की तो they can be identified on morphology. Plasma cells are very morphologically very distinct cells, and they can easily be distinguished from a normal lymphocyte. Okay, this lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma is an intermediate stage between the plasma cell and the lymphocyte. Okay, clinical symptoms dominated by hyperviscosity related to high levels of tumor derived IgM. Okay, lymphoplasmacytic lymphoma highly associated with mutations in the MYD88 gene. Then we have marginal zone lymphoma. Ma'am, class time is over. Okay, how many slides do we have? ठीक है, we will continue it in the next class. Till then, if you have any question, you can write it on a paper and then send it to me. I'll answer those questions in my next class, which is tomorrow. Okay, thank you.